What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. Throat's feeling a little bit better, got some honey and tea, and it seems to soothe out my vocal cords a little bit. So I'll try to limit a little bit how much I'm talking, how much I'm chanting, but essentially wanted to get into a video. My boy DSP was just having a rough time dealing with the news story that the Sony EVO event that's going to be coming up. Apparently our boy DSP is not going to be able to stream it, and he's not going to be able to make any money off of it, and he just decided to go on a hate-filled rant for 10 minutes. So let's get into it.
Hello everybody, it's Dark Side Phil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis, tip me, so I could catch up on back tax.
This, ladies and gentlemen, was posted up yesterday, alright? The official way that if you're a fan of fighting games and you're a streamer, that you can co-stream EVO. There's a big sign-up page for it, okay? You have to sign up, give all your information of who you are, your YouTube channels, your Twitch channel, whatever you have, and you have to qualify. They're going to qualify you to be able to restream EVO. Now, first of all, what does that mean, co-stream, restream? Essentially, it means you're allowed to rebroadcast their stream on your stream for personal gain. Okay, they're allowing you to do that, much like how people do it with E3. People just did it with Summer Games Fest. I did it with Summer Games Fest, right? This gives you the permission.
We know how this works more on.
If you don't sign up for permission to restream EVO, at any time, EVO can strike you down. Whether you're restreaming on Twitch or YouTube, they can say, you didn't get permission to do it, so we're going to hit you with a copyright takedown. Now, traditionally, has this really ever happened? To my knowledge, I don't think it's been a big deal. Maybe I'm wrong. But the fact that now that they're with Sony, now you have to sign up. They're demanding, essentially, that you sign up to co-stream is a big change. You didn't have to really do that previously. Now you have to. Alright? But
Real quick, Sony is a Japanese-owned company. It's based in Japan, very similar to Nintendo, and their way of doing business is way different than how we do it here in America. So typically, they're just not willy-nilly allowing anyone to just restream their content. So that's what's going on here, pimp. It's not anything weird or strange.
there's two big things that have jumped out that everyone is kind of questioning what's the deal with that. Thing number one, you can apparently only officially co-stream EVO on Twitch TV. You are not allowed to co-stream EVO on any other platform whatsoever. Not even YouTube. Why?
They probably have a deal or some type of partnership to make Twitch the official platform to stream their event. That's all it is. You're just salty because you could stream it on Twitch, but you ain't gonna get any money off of it. So that's why you're salty and annoyed, and you want to get it back on. You were hoping to stream this event on YouTube so that you can milk your den heads.
No explanation, just you can only do it on Twitch TV. If you do it anywhere else, there's a chance they're going to copyright strike you down. Now, the only thing I can think of is that they cut a deal with Twitch. They made money, exclusively. EVO will be streamed on Twitch. We're going to make it that legally no one else can stream it anywhere else. Therefore, big money involved. That's my guess. Sony got involved and said, let's get that money going, right?
Yes, the same way you're complaining you can't get that money going. It's a simple deal that they cut with Twitch. The NFL does it with Twitch. YouTube probably does it as well with other events. So this is nothing new. It's corporate agreements.
So that's number one issue. If you're not on Twitch, apparently you can't rebroadcast EVO at all. But here's the big one. Hidden in this giant page of terms and conditions and all of this shit that you have to agree to in order to officially restream EVO is this segment. Okay? Now, there's like a ton of these boxes you have to check in order to apply to Restream EVO. This one, people started calling out last night when they started reading through it. I'm going to read it for you guys. Professionalism. Please abide by the following while co-streaming the event. By checking this box, I agree to not speak negatively about any of the games or game platforms while co-streaming the event. Additionally, you must showcase the stream feed as is, and you may not alter the stream overlay with any other graphics. Hold on a second. Co-stream. Alright? What that means, the term co-streaming means that there's a cooperation between the streamer and the stream that they're cooperatively streaming. Alright? Essentially what it means, you're going to stream someone else's content, but you're getting permission to do so, and to add your own take on the content. That's the point of the co-stream.
No, not really. I mean, for some events, yeah, it's implied that you can do that because you're streaming. That's perfectly fine, but that doesn't mean what co-streaming means. It essentially just says that they're allowing you to broadcast their content with the stipulation that it has to be in their format. You can't modify it. They're probably trying to keep it as uniform as possible so that there's no confusion. You know, and that's probably why they're asking or saying to do that. So it's not a big deal, man.
What would be the point? Just think about this. What's the point of covering a live event if you can't talk about it in any kind of a critical way? If you can't add anything to it, you can't even put an overlay or graphic over the broadcast. All you can do is raw rebroadcast it.
Okay, this is where you're being a little disingenuous here. So you're making it sound like you can't say anything at all while it's broadcasting. So if you decide on this date, this time, you're going to broadcast the event, you know, when it goes live, that you can't say anything, and then you have to end your event and that's it. That's not what that's saying. What it's essentially saying is that during the playing of that stream, of the content, Sony's content, they don't want you to comment on it. They don't want you to be negative. They don't want you to comment it. They don't want any overlays or anything. As soon as the content is finished, you can continue your streams. You can just take down that video or take down the stream, right? Remove it off your thing. You don't have to shut your stream off. You just have to wait for them to finish. After it's done, then you can make your critiques, your comments, you can say whatever the hell you want. They're just saying during the play of it, don't like stop it to comment and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. Now, I'm not agreeing with that. I mean, I think I don't think that's cool. I think they should just let people do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not manipulating the content, then that's fine. But it's your prerogative to do that. And you're being disingenuous, Phil, because you're trying to make it seem like, oh, you can only stream the content and then you have to shut off, you have to turn it off and then you can do another video later. That's not what that's saying. That's just saying during the stream, you can't stop it, you can't add overlays, you can't comment on it. You just have to let it play out. Once it's done, you minimize that screen, and then you can go ahead and talk about it and bash it and say whatever the hell you want.
That's it. Alright? Now, I'm not making this up. I copy-pasted this. This is word for word out of the terms and conditions that they've put there, right? You see? And the thing that gets me about this is some people already have called this out, and now you got people who are kind of responding and saying, So for example, someone said, now wait a minute. I'm a VTuber, alright? I don't even show myself on camera. All I show is my VTuber avatar. And so what I want to do is I want to watch EVO and react to the gameplay, but obviously I don't want to reveal myself. I want to show my VTuber persona. Is that okay? And someone responded and said yes, but it's not sure if that was a Sony rep or just someone like saying that who maybe doesn't have the permission. right? I mean, essentially, when you think about this, what are you agreeing to? If you agree to this, okay, what you're really agreeing to is giving Sony free ad space. Because if you're broadcasting something and you're not able to criticize it, you're not able to add commentary to it of any kind of a manner other than overly positive. You're not even able to add an overlay to the stream. Right now, this level 1 podcast overlay would not be allowed. The leaderboard at the bottom of the screen would not be allowed. They're saying none of this is allowed at all. Zero allowance of any of this. Okay? And the thing that gets me about that is, then why even have co-streaming?
Apparently you don't understand what co-streaming is. You can't speak ill or talk through the event while it's happening. Once the event is done, again, you can minimize that screen and then you can say whatever the hell you want to say about it. You can bring back your leaderboard. You can do whatever the hell you want. You just can't do it during the stream itself. And that, I think, is fine. You're just salty because you can't stream it because it's not on YouTube. You want to talk crap and make the event focus on you because that's what you always do. You want to make every event, you be the focus. So you can't talk during the stream. And lastly, you just don't understand what they're saying or what the rules are. You don't have to just stream the event, say nothing, and then just shut off your screen and then move on to something else. After the event is done, you can go ahead and do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't understand what the problem is. Or you just don't do it. If this is such an annoyance, then you just don't do the event. You move on to something else.
If you're so afraid of your brand, right? If you're so afraid that people are gonna say that the things at your event aren't good, or that your event isn't being run well, or that the games, like they said, the game platform, whatever it is, if you're so afraid of that, then why even allow co-streaming? Just say no co-streaming allowed. You have to watch it on the official channels, which are controlled. The whole point of co-streaming is adding someone else's take on it.
Which you can. You just can't do it during the stream. You can't do it while they're doing their content. They're just asking you to let it play, and then once it's done, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, Phil.
And that means allowing both the positive and the negative. Okay,
which you can do after the stream is over.
At this point, we really like Street Fighter V because it has this, but you know what? Personally, I don't like this particular gameplay mechanic about Street Fighter V. It's always been kind of a negative for me, and you can see how that's implemented in this competitive match. Just what I just said would not be allowed on a co-stream. Per checking that box right here, okay, my hand doesn't reach it, checking that box, and go, it wouldn't even be allowed. You violated the agreement because you actually said something critical of the game. How the fuck does that make any sense? So this is not co-streaming. What Sony is allowing you to do is give free advertisement. Now, I've talked about this in the past. People who are content creators on the internet, and they get access to games early, and they're able to stream them and put out playthroughs of them early, but they're not able, alright? They're not able to actually say anything negative about the game. And people will watch it. This specifically happened with the State of Decay 2 debacle, okay, 4 years ago. The game was going to come out later on in the week. 3 or 4 particular content creators were given the game early. They streamed it on Twitch and literally didn't say a negative thing about the game. All they did was kiss the game's butt. Some of their own viewers called them out for this and said, why are you not being honest about the game? And they said, oh, well, there's a review embargo. And the review embargo isn't lifted till Tuesday, so if I play the game before then, I can't say anything negative about the game per the review embargo. Alright? So, guess what? Then you're not playing the game, you're advertising the game. You're a paid shill. You're literally accepting some kind of early access to the game or monetary compensation to kiss the game's butt and not be honest. That's bullshit.
Now this is where Phil likes to tell half-truths. So I remember when that happened. And yeah, those content creators didn't say anything negative about it because they couldn't, because of the embargo. As soon as the embargo was lifted, They did their review, they provided their content, they talked about what they played with, they highlighted negatives of the game. They did. Phil just wants to lie because he's just a salty old fart who's jealous of these people, and he's jealous that he doesn't get these perks, he doesn't get invited to anything because he's such a curmudgeon. He's just a terrible person, and he's just gonna shit on everything just to shit on it for the same reason why, you know, he's just that person that always has to find that small little turd, you know, in the soup, you know, or that small fly in the soup, and he's just gonna criticize and talk crap about it. He did the same thing with Elden Ring. 99.9% of anyone that played Elden Ring loved it. They enjoyed it. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but they still loved it. Overall, it was great. What did Phil do? He just decided to go on some rant about rating systems, and they're not being honest, and you know, Elden Ring has flaws and there's problems. Just, you know, the spiel with this guy. He's just a jealous old curmudgeon that hates the world. And he, you know, just like his rant the other day when he was going off on PewDiePie, and he actually spilled some truth, and he actually said that he was jealous of PewDiePie. And this is what it all is. It's just jealousy. Essentially, he's trying to he's telling half truths on this. Sony isn't putting an embargo and saying you can't criticize it. They're just simply saying while the stream is playing, don't comment on it. That's what they're saying. Once the event is done, you can continue your stream, and then you can say whatever the hell you want to say. They're just saying don't do it while the stream is playing. So, you know, but it's a bigger issue. The whole issue here is that it's actually on Twitch. He's not going to be able to stream it on YouTube. He's not going to be able to make it an event, and he's not going to be able to cash in on this event. And that's why he's pissed off. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.